For the mid to early 70s, he was the face of USC. Not just athletics. I mean, if you were to mention USC back in those days, first name to pop into your head is Anthony Davis.
And when I think of running backs or great backs like Anthony Davis, I appreciate them because it is about the hard work that they put in to be the best that they can be.
Anthony is one dedicated, disciplined individual, and it's a tribute to his character.
Moved from Texas in 1954. Moved to Watts, California. And then we moved north to the San Fernando Valley. Black, Hispanic area. Also, we were dealing with the racial issues of the time, the segregation of the time. That affected the whole country. I saw this and I absorbed all this. And so what happened was my mother just stressed the education. And she was the rock that kept us all together. And I got my work ethic from my mother. So I honed all my stuff into the sports world. The negativity drove me. He said, oh, you say I wasn't gonna be anything? Oh, okay, I'll show you. And then, you know, my idol growing up was the great Willie Mays. In '65, we won the regionals, then we went on to the World Series as a 12-year-old. We sensed something was wrong, we were different. We were the only all-black team that was playing against everyone. The Alabama Bronco team won it. We were almost there to get it, but the historical part of that was we were the first all-black team in a segregated country that was able to do that. After we came back from the Bronco World Series, everybody was signing up to play football. So my brother and I signed up for the Valley Chargers. And I never played, I was just hanging out, basically it was a hangout thing with me, because my thing was baseball. So I was being recruited by other schools in both sports, because I was deciding whether if I'm gonna go to college or I'm just gonna go professional.
He was drafted by Baltimore out of high school.
When he ran the ball down, he was Willie Mays.
So I decided to go to USC because of the overall thing. I was staying close to home, academics, and I could play both sports like I did in high school.
Anthony was kind of like before his time. He was a Deion Sanders before Deion Sanders.
In the 70s, USC Notre Dame dominated the country. 74 games. We were still running for the national championship that year, and everybody was tense for again because it's Notre Dame. Before we knew it, it's 24-0.
In that game, we were so far behind, and I was ready to leave. And my wife said, well, they could still come back.
So we go into halftime. I was in the training room, and I come out. Coach McKay calls everybody back in the center of the room. And so he's pacing back and forth. He goes, gentlemen, we were down like this in 1964, 17-0. He says, if they can come back and win 2017, we can come back. And when simultaneously, we all looked at him. This man lost his mind. Does he realize who we're playing? This is Notre Dame. He says, somebody in this room has to make something happen.
Every time that he touched the ball, you felt like there was something going to happen.
We go out first. Notre Dame is coming out last. And somebody yelled out from Notre Dame, we're gonna kick the ball to Davis. We're gonna kick his ass. So I got motivated with that. And I saw that ball come end over end, and my wedge guy was just setting up. I said, I can at least get it back to 35 to 40 and start us off pretty good. I had a great block from Ricky Bell and Mosley. And I land open up to the left, and I saw the flag and raced to the flag. I just said, I gotta outrun these angles. And I don't know how I did.
That was opening the floodgates for a game that anyone who was there, or any Trojan fan, will remember for the rest of their lives.
And I contributed to them shoes that I had, the guy from Nike, Nelson, who developed that, the way I cut, the way he did, perfect. We scored 49 points in 17 football minutes. I mean, it was like 2 games, 24-0 to 55-24. And that cover was on Sports Illustrated with the shoe, fold out, greatest game in college football history.
They call him the Notre Dame killer.
I don't know how many people realize that he scored 11 touchdowns against Notre Dame. And we said, there's our next Heisman Trophy winner.
He didn't start till the 8th or 9th game and still had almost 1,200 yards that season. That's what Anthony's about.
Yeah, just play football and shut up. Play baseball and shut up. But I was different. I had that kind of flair and arrogance about me anyway. I was flamboyant about my social habits. My attitude was, as long as I'm going to school, I'm not getting in trouble, and I'm winning championships, that all should matter. But that's not the way it was.
Even though he was put on a pedestal, the fact that his personal life, his personal business seemed to me cost him the Heisman.
I think that anyone who was a Trojan at that time would feel that AD was robbed.
But Anthony never complained.
You know, he's come to the realization, you know, you make your choices in life and, you know, you go with that.
One of the reasons that we were motivated to go to the World Football League, because I was a top draft in the World Football League. They gave me first round money, 1975. The league folds, and so when the league is folding, I believe that the talent that was in that league, it could become the two franchise teams. It became the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. When I was with Tampa Bay, I realized I had made a mistake. So mentally I was out, because I knew I made a mistake professionally. That was it for me. I'm with a company called Greenlaw Partners. I'm in acquisitions there. We're deal makers. That's what I'm doing today. I have a daughter and a granddaughter, and we converse all the time. We talk trash amongst each other.
How he played and what he gave to the game of football was phenomenal.
For him to have accomplished all he did tells you a lot about him as an individual as well as an athlete.
You don't think he knows a little bit about something, about being the best that ever was? Yeah, I don't know anybody else in the country that has 5 national championships.
Anthony is a class act.
He never gave up. I think more than anything, I mean, here's a guy, again, who played football, wrestling, and baseball. So he was not adverse to working his fanny off.
What I learned in life is that whenever you get knocked down, it's like a football game. When you get knocked down and get knocked down hard, you still got to get up and keep fighting. Quit is out of the vocabulary. Never quit. That's number one, never quit.
Anthony and what he's gone through in his trials and tribulations, his ride from USC to now, I think he'd be able to cross that bridge or bridges with pretty much anything.
You have to have structure in life to achieve, and you got to eliminate all the distractions. You got to stay focused on what you have to do.